And as we reported, fresh evacuations are underway in Wakefield near Nelson as Fire and Emergency battles to contain fires across the region. Civil Defence is now telling Wakefield residents in the area bordered by Barton Lane, Higgins Road and Bagent Valley Road to evacuate. Civil Defence Emergency Management Group Controller Dennis Bush-King joins me live now. Hi Dennis, what do you need people to know right now?
Hello, Lisa. Yes, certainly those people in the Wakefield area are being asked to evacuate. We're worried that the fire, even though it hasn't been growing at a large rate today, thankfully, if the wind is right, then it could cause problems and will get very close to the Wakefield township. So as a precaution, we have asked people to evacuate.
Does it look like the weather is turning?
Well, interestingly enough, the wind flows northeasterly for part of the day and then southwesterly for another part of the day. So that's the challenge that we're trying to manage. And when it blows towards Wakefield, that's when the risk heightens.
So how many people are you talking about? Do you know how many people have already evacuated? Can you give us a bit of an overview?
Yep, well, we actually think there's probably around nearly 1,000 people are probably affected over the duration of this event. Of course, we had some people evacuate overnight from areas in Pigeon Valley, Teapot Valley, and on the Waimea Plains. But in relation to Wakefield, there's probably about 340 households affected, and yeah, that's quite a considerable number. And people are amazing; they're responding, and it's all working well. They're reporting through to the evacuation centre or ringing in through to the council. So we're keeping tabs, and hopefully we'll be able to add up and just to make sure that our estimates are within cooey of what actually happens.
So, Dennis, how well prepared are they? Have they already packed up? What are you seeing?
Yes, I think the messaging has been very good. We have put people on notice, asking them to be prepared to be evacuated, and yes, that process is happening relatively quickly. So that's good.
Do you have people knocking door to door? What is actually going on in those areas?
The police are out there. We're using social media and other contacts to encourage people to evacuate. All the details are up on our website. But then the police and NZDF personnel are going along and getting people to move on if they're still within their houses.
What about the Walters Bluff, the fire there? There was some indication that people were being asked to leave houses. Is that situation under control? People being told?
Yes, so Walters Bluff in Nelson City, that flared up at about 3 o'clock this afternoon, and yes, people have been moved out of the houses up there, but I think the rapid response by FENZ has probably enabled that situation to be brought under a reasonable measure of control. So that's good news.
But are people still out of their houses?
There have been people who have been removed out of their houses, and I think there has been one house that has been damaged. I think they lost their deck.
Do you anticipate any more evacuation orders between now and the morning?
Now and the morning? No, yeah. I think the way we've been managing it, we've been trying to, if we have to have people to move, we'd much rather they move during daylight, but that's all contingent on what happens to the fire. It's still burning. I don't think we can say it's under control yet. It's still within the perimeter, but there's plenty of fuel to cause the flames to be a problem.
Thank you so much for joining us. Do appreciate your time because we know you're really busy. That is Dennis Bush-King, who is the Civil Defence Group Controller there.